We're back with our special guest that we mentioned earlier. You want to introduce yourself to the audience?
We needed like a Bruce. What's his name? Bruce. What's the guy from the UFC that does the intros?
Bruce Buffer.
Bruce Buffer. We need a Bruce Buffer intro.
Fighting
for Cody.
out of Oakland, California.
No.
Cody Bullard
Fighting at 155.
in the special needs category in the Special Olympics.
Oh, God.
No, Cody's been on.
Yeah, Cody's a veteran of the game.
Yeah,
Had him on the pod before.
probably like 3 or 4 times maybe.
Yeah, can you
This is my fourth, I think.
really?
Done
Yeah,
it
get that
twice.
microphone
Yeah,
up
here,
there a
put the
little bit.
Twice with you.
Yeah,
Once, twice with you.
we had a good one. That first one we
And
did, I
then-
think.
No, I bet if we rewatched that first one.
It was
Right
when
here?
he had the table right here.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
remember
was
that
a good-
one.
That was a good
Yeah,
one.
I felt like it was.
I'll watch it back. I just feel like that's gonna be one of
I
those.
mean, it was like
oh,
6
God.
years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying.
like,
Yeah,
It's
you're probably
be-
gonna cringe a little bit,
I
but
think we were probably talking about snorting pre-workout.
That's yeah.
there's a lot of gym talk.
And how
Yeah.
many Bang energy drinks we had.
exactly what I was thinking.
Fuck, what's y'all's favorite Bang flavor? I could kill
I
a
can't drink them anymore.
a grape,
I don't drink them anymore, but
purple
if you
haze.
can get your hands on a champagne. It's probably the best
Yeah, I haven't been able to find that flavor.
Dude, that was the best part of going to LSL. Literally just
Yeah.
getting with Bang in the morning,
one. Yeah.
and we'd be cracked out.
Bang in that little,
Some St. John.
yeah. Some St. John.
St. John, no. You wanted to play the fucking.
Jack wanted to play
you
like
wanted to
a
hear
podcast.
what
New
the
York Times.
stock was looking like.
You subscribed to that like
If y'all would've-
15-minute daily news, probably
Yeah.
from some liberal on New York Times.
If we would have listened to that, we would have bought Tesla, and it was at
Well, we were broke. at the
$200
time.
bucks. And we would have been millionaires.
But yeah, we'd get the energy drink and then we'd get that little vape from the.
Those are you
glass.
guys.
No, you would take a few reps.
Ah,
Yeah, you're trying to.
I
you're-
got some
you're
virgin
curious.
lungs over here.
Yeah, and then you'd get the breakfast pizza, which you're probably the only person I know willingly open
It's an
to
I'm
ambush.
not
eat
gonna
Yeah, to
knock
eat
gas station food.
gas station food.
Yes, I will say,
Well,
as of late, the gas station food doesn't taste as good. You can taste the difference.
Like if you had to rank
Or
all
like you
gas
can-
station foods, from the pizza,
yeah, what's your go-to
the
gas station
taquito,
meal?
hot dog,
God, what do we?
chili dog
Sounds
No,
like
no.
a chili dog.
that the rat just pooped in.
Oh,
It's an all subs burrito,
oh.
and then some sort of taquito. Doesn't matter, but all
Yeah.
subs burrito for sure at the top. The rest doesn't matter. I don't know.
No donuts.
Ugh. I haven't had a donut in a long time.
Yeah, donut's the one where once you get one, it's like, fuck. It goes down so fast. It's so
Yeah,
much
But a
sugar.
nice hot glazed donut, Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
God damn.
put me 6 feet under.
Yeah. Well, Cody?
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. I'm telling you.
Hey, dude, I got some topics.
Let's just keep it going. You still edit these? Do you
No, I
edit these
just
at all?
I'll put it right after.
It's fine.
Just don't
It's
mess
just
up.
gonna take a second. I feel like.
Are you nervous?
No, there's no pressure,
No, we're
dude.
talking about gas station food.
Well, what
Um,
would you like to talk about,
That's what
Cody?
I'm saying. What do y'all want to talk about?
Let's
what
talk
were y'all
about
talking
the hockey
before?
tournament.
What
Well, we
were
were
y'all
talking
talking
about
about before?
Halloween costumes.
Mm.
Oh, we're saying
See?
Ben wanted to be
Because I gave a pretty good Bane impression.
I was like, you can
Oh,
be Bane or
God.
the Wolverine.
I don't
Yeah.
like. This is
Cody, did you see my Halloween? I was Travis Barker.
no. Actually, show me that.
It was
but I
pretty
bet
It
you
was
pulled
really
off.
good.
Appreciate y'all.
Cody could be like Danny McBride. He just needs to put on 20 pounds.
Where's the fat suit?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You could be like some Eastbound and Down.
No, Cody can be. I'm not gonna say it. You're gonna be pissed. You be Mark Zuckerberg,
Mark
Zuckerberg?
Kinda.
He's a robot.
dude.
Or Channing
You could be
Tatum.
him.
You kind of have a Channing
Zuckerberg's
Tatum
a
vibe.
robot. He looks like a robot.
You've always been a Channing Tatum type. Okay.
Let's see. Halloween costumes. We can't be talking about Halloween costumes and
What's on your
gas
mind?
station. Let me think. What's been on my mind?
God, so you're not even prepared to talk, but you're
We could talk about
critiquing
whatever,
us.
but it's got to be. Man, when was it? It's been on my mind lately. Let me think.
Dude, I don't even think I posted it, to be honest.
You probably archived it or deleted it, maybe.
Well, I'll find it in a second, but it was probably my best Halloween. Did you Halloween last year, Cody? Are you a Halloween
No.
guy? Some people
Cody
don't
doesn't
celebrate
seem like
Halloween.
the-
No, and that's the thing. I like Halloween. Growing up, we decorated. My parents decorated our house to the max.
I
So
love the
Halloween's
vibe.
fun, but we did Banks. I mean, he had his outfit. He was like a safari guy on a dinosaur. Looked like he was riding a dinosaur.
Oh, really?
But no, I didn't dress up. But I think once he gets a little bit older,
Yeah.
that'll be
Go
fun.
out, trick
Doing
or
some
treat.
Halloween stuff would be fun. But I don't know what I've been thinking about lately. Been thinking about how I need to work out different, but I don't care to talk about working out because we always talk about it. So I'm sorry to take it that route.
We could always talk about working out. Dude, I
I
did
really
some,
just want to. It's not even working out. I want to start boxing. I want to do some sort of boxing, but I don't know if I'm willing to take the time to do it. I just don't know how often I want to do it.
Are you like one
I don't
to?
even know if I really want to do it that much. I'm just
Yeah.
interested in it. I think it's all the UFC. It's got me.
Dude, the only thing I
got
would
me
love to
too.
do that. I went to a jiu-jitsu class for a couple of months,
Mm-hmm.
and it was also Muay Thai. And dude, that's
Where
what
did
you would
you-
that's what you'd love to do, bro. Muay Thai.
Where
It's
did
like
you
kickboxing.
go to do jiu-jitsu? Like, who did you even?
It was North Texas Black Belt
You
Academy.
just looked it up.
Yeah, dude, I was fucking nervous as hell
Yeah,
walking in
so-
there, cause it's like fucking 130-pound, 13-year-old black kid choking me out in a triangle.
Never experienced, and you're
It's really
Going in
such a
there.
cool thing.
You get humbled very fast.
Yeah.
Were you gi or no gi?
We did days with the gi and days without the gi, and I didn't like the gi at all.
It's like a cheat
how
code.
many?
I
So how
like
many
it.
classes did you do in 2 months?
I was going twice a week, so
Okay.
maybe like 8 times,
Yeah.
and then luckily it was $120 a month. It's expensive,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
but
Damn, that's quite a bit. Just
yeah,
to be
that's the
doing something
problem.
out of interest, like just to be.
You gotta
curious about
really
something.
like be invested.
Yeah.
Probably like cancel some other subscriptions to do it.
Did you get some wear and tear? Different pains that you didn't feel before?
One guy
I
hit
just
me in the
am-
nuts.
Mm.
Oh.
That shit hurt.
I just know there's like a lot. It's like inevitable wear and tear.
Well,
knee-wise.
So I didn't do any like sparring or rolling. All
Mhm.
I
Right.
did was
like
drills.
technique drill. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
mean you're starting from
Yeah, because you don't want to
ground
like
zero.
go straight in
That's
there.
true.
and-
I guess that's true. I didn't think about what was going to start from the beginning.
But the Muay Thai was cool. It was just like you'd stand in front of your partner and you'd just practice combinations, and then they
That's
do it
where I
on
need to
you.
get in there.
So were you ever like wrestling with people?
Not like go.
Oh,
It'd
really?
be like, all right, this is what you're gonna do.
Like a staged.
You're in my guard, and this
Right.
is how you're gonna escape the deal. And then we learned the triangle choke, the
But
rear
you're
naked
like,
choke,
if you're starting like half guard, like they're trying to resist you from getting up, right?
just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like you just want to learn the technique.
Yeah.
And I made this one dude's nose bleed one time, because when
It's
you're
like
doing the
common.
rear naked choke, you're like on their back, right?
Yeah.
And they'll turn over on their stomach, and you have to like flatten them out.
Mm.
And like just being a beginner, you don't know. And you like I flipped him like forward a little bit and like hit him on the ground. And went, dink. He's bleeding. I was like, "Don't kill me."
He's like, how do I look? His nose is like half this chip tooth.
Yeah. And then I also learned, yeah, you gotta smell good too, because you're
Oh,
like in
yeah.
close quarters. And I went one time.
Yeah, I'm surely there's like
No
when you walk
deodorant.
in, it's just like, oh, you hit. There's got to be a scent, right?
Well, the guy that I went, he was like a purple belt, and he's a real nice guy. He smelled real good. He had some
Okay.
Just
cologne
put on deodorant
around.
and spray a little cologne. That's all you got to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Clean your
want-
nuts.
I didn't know that because I went one time and I was reeking.
Yeah, you got that.
I was like, God, I
Like
don't
an
want to do
after work
anything.
thing. You just showed up.
Yeah.
you got that swamp
yeah.
ass.
God, they probably hated you then.
I was sitting
Rookie
there
and you smell.
I was sitting there stewing, just being so nervous. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to go.
It is nerve wracking because I've done.
see
Have
that.
you ever done it before, Cody?
Mm-mm.
I
No,
took a
I've
few
never.
classes in Nashville, and it's like I definitely had the pains, like my knees and my hips, just from being in those like crouching positions. And
Really?
yeah, it's just something that you'll eventually have to like rework your training to, I guess, become more comfortable with. But yeah, I mean,
And
it's
see-
it's a lot of fun.
I already have knee pain. Play basketball one run and knee pain for a week.
You're gonna be fine.
You need,
Right knee
yeah. It's the right one.
every time.
The bad wheel.
I mean, is the crazy guy that's jumping you at the gas station going to be concerned about your right knee? Or are you going to push through it?
Right.
And be gas station ready.
Shout out to Nick.
Shout out
You
to
pull out the Glock.
J-House Strong. I mean, you trained at Metroflex. They had that punching bag there.
They had a punching bag at Metroflex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they used to.
Yeah, they did, but we weren't on that thing.
They did have the
Needed to
speed
be.
bag, though. The little speed
We
bag.
were on that,
And
and I
you were
actually
always really
wish-
good at that.
I really wish I had a speed bag just for fun,
Just like
like a rhythm thing more than anything.
Yeah,
That's how it
honestly.
felt, at least to me.
The way that people can
It's a
like
rhythm.
hit that thing so fast and from different angles, it's like.
I have a half. It's like a bob. It's like a guy
Mm.
punching bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
that shit. It's at my office right now. I want to bring it back.
Some kicks on it.
Oh yeah, dude. You get your anger out.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Just a little back slap. Kick to the nose.
One thing I want. I saw this video of this old lady. She had a bunch of monkey bars in her kitchen.
I
She
saw
was like
that too.
85, dude. She was just
In
hanging.
her kitchen?
She looked so strong.
It kind of looked like she was on like a boat.
What?
Hmm.
Or maybe it's a different video, but
She was
Um,
hanging crisscross applesauce, right?
I don't know what website you're on. But there's a what's it called? It's for 8-foot ceilings. It's like a hanging bar. It's $100. I think I'm gonna get it. Put it in here or something.
Yeah, until you rip it.
Yeah, you just gotta do
Ceiling
some dead
off.
hangs more.
Honestly, yeah, it's
What
my
about that
back.
little thing you got.
Yeah, that one's slanted.
Your back's hurt?
Yeah, dude, I need to decompress more.
Where's
Just
your
go
back
get an
hurt?
adjustment.
My back hurts like actually in the lower back, but I'm doing a lot of hip mobility stuff. And know what it is? It's when I'm like working my wings. I was
The
doing
scaps.
scalps.
Oh yeah. Did
I
you
think
hit
I
that
overdid
today?
it yesterday.
So it's just as of late, your back hurts.
Yeah.
Did you do the
Not
lock
ongoing?
3 drill
Not
today?
ongoing.
Did you see that on there? The lock 3 drill.
No, what's that?
Well, I updated it, so you didn't do the right thing.
Okay.
You wrote him a program?
He's a client, yeah.
That's
How
good.
much he charge you?
120?
There's no discount?
120 minus podcast.
Yeah, so really like $60. He offered to pay.
Oh, okay.
Why, you need to sign up?
No.
Come on,
I
Cody.
don't have any money to be spending. And like I'm not training for anything. I'm playing basketball.
Let's go.
And
Oh,
I'm an
dude, I want to
assist
play
guy,
basketball
assist
so
and
bad.
rebound. So I'm not even.
No, you got the pull up 3.
Oh, have you guys watched
Drop
that
it off transition.
Court of Gold on Netflix about the
No,
USA
we don't
Olympics in
have.
2024?
Mm-mm.
It's sick. It's just like
Talking about
covering.
what?
It's just like a documentary team covering the USA during the
Mhm.
Olympic basketball games from last year,
Oh,
and it's just like, dude, it's given me a lot more appreciation for Steph Curry. I used to rip on him all the time, especially as a LeBron, the dick rider.
a lot of those out there.
Dude, I saw
What
someone
was it
say
about stuff you didn't like,
Leped
though?
James, the PED James.
Oh my god.
But no, it was just because like I was a big Braun guy, and then the whole Warriors team was like, God,
Yeah,
screw
it's
all
true.
these guys. But then like,
You're younger, so it's
yeah,
like,
as things have gone on, it's like, damn, like Steph Curry truly is.
I mean, yeah,
like,
you can definitely appreciate.
maybe the best basketball player of all time.
Thank
you
you.
gotta, like,
Someone
for real,
believes
for
it
real.
now.
Oh, this is your guy.
Dude, I'm
Steph
in
your
love
guy?
with
Yeah,
Steph.
Jack's always been a huge Steph guy.
And what's so amazing about players like Steph, and LeBron's amazing, don't get me wrong, and he's one of the greatest, but Steph is like 6'3", skinny guy, like, and it's all skill, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
his
I get it. Like,
his mind
he's-
is so smart, and he's so humble. He's just honestly like
Yeah, best
the
shooter
love of my
all-
life, bro.
What best basketball player of all time?
I feel like Michael
certainly
Jordan's
up
the
there.
best, but I feel like
No, I don't. I
Steph's-
can't even sit
Steph's
here and act
number
like I
2.
know enough. But
Steph's definitely hands down the best shooter of all
oh
time.
well, yeah,
hands down,
yeah, yeah.
hands
I
down.
don't think anyone would disagree. for sure.
What was the Max Kellerman? He's like, I want $80.
Who do you want in the final seconds if you're on the Warriors?
It's like if there's an alien spaceship with lasers pointed at Earth, I want $80.
Yeah, no, that was a mess.
Did you see this? Can kind of get a little. This could be a little heated here, but Molly Qerim, who's like the first take
Heated.
woman anchor,
Oh,
I guess.
yeah.
She
What
said
about
something.
her?
They were talking about the NHL,
Oh.
and obviously because NHL's kind of been dominating with the nation face-off.
So this is late. What
this
you're
is
about
like
to say?
2 days ago. She was insinuating that NHL players are allowed to fight because they're white.
Listen,
What do you think about that? She's like, any other sport, you
dude,
can't
I
do
don't
that.
think it's even.
Well,
look, I don't know how it goes when it comes to those reporters or just the employees of Sports Center and the
She is an ESPN employee.
ESPN
Disney
employees.
Yeah,
okay.
Disney.
That can't be coming from her brain. That can't be.
I'm honestly kind of on your side.
Even if it does.
Yeah. There's an agenda.
I don't think that's like. I don't think they let her go up there and be like, yeah, that's good. I don't.
Like, so you
I
don't think she
either she's hey, this is what you're gonna bring up. Say it how you want, but this is what you're gonna bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's
because
how it
otherwise,
goes.
like if she came in there and was like, yeah, this I don't know what if they go over anything before. I would assume if you're
I'm
doing
sure they have a
show,
talking
there's some
script.
sort of there's a script. And so if there's anything where she's like, okay, what topics am I covering? She's gonna say that. I don't know.
I agree. I feel like it's exactly what you said. It's like they have like this happened, this fight. What are they gonna bring to the table that's gonna get clicks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's
And
make it
is
about
that
race.
Is it even like coming from an actual opinion, or is it just playing the numbers of what does our show bring in? Because there's some sort of data organizer of what's coming in and how it's coming in, of like what topic is getting this amount of views or whatever, this amount of shares.
What's
so
trending?
are they just taking equations of that information and going, okay, this happened, the NHL thing happened, what can we talk about? Well, there's these two topics, race and fighting, I guess. I don't know if that would be in this case, but like, is it that? Are they just going, okay, this is what usually gets views, that's all we're chasing is money, revenue, so
Yeah. Well, ESPN
Bring
just
this
canceled their
Yeah.
rights to show MLB yesterday. So it's ending in 2026. $550 million they invested. And ESPN
So wait, what?
ESPN is abandoning MLB. Like eventually we're going to get to the point where like sports are just going to be so isolated with their own channels,
but
their
are
own
they?
streaming. Yes.
Because you're going to have to download Paramount, and they're going to have NHL and FIFA.
Yeah, that's
or whatever
what I'm
the hell,
saying.
and it's gonna be like we're all watching the same shit, just like they do now. Like you're pretty much watching cable again.
Yeah, but ESPN used to cover all sports.
Right. No,
and
I get
now
that.
it's
I get
football,
that.
basketball dominant
What's
because
the-
that's what the culture of whatever demographic ESPN is trying to work towards. Like, okay, these are the sports that we need to focus on.
Yeah.
So they completely abandon baseball. They hardly ever talk about baseball, and they
That's
certainly
just
don't
wild.
talk about NHL until as of recent. Because it's been surpassing. Everyone's been talking about because the NBA All-Star Game sucked dick.
Dude, yeah,
To me,
that
that's
game
wild.
was.
From like if I'm running this company standpoint, because it's like you have the money to support this sport regardless, all of them, and you're limiting things. You're putting filter on your viewers, so it doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's no way baseball costs that much to put on.
Well, ESPN has been losing money forever, and so that's why they've been firing a lot of their employees.
They're a dying company.
So I think it's kind of just the way that things are going to eventually work out, where sports are just going to be kind of their own category versus a sport network, where you're kind of covering everything.
It makes sense because I mean, there's so many ways to get media. You can get a highlight from anywhere. You can't just turn it on at 8 a.m. again, or like you were when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And you get the highlights of last night's game like you had. Now you wake up and turn your phone on and you got every highlight that happened that night. So it's like
watch full game.
Yeah, for free.
So no one's making. I would assume with that happening, no one's making money when it comes to ESPN or anyone big like that.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I don't even care about what what's his name, Scott Van Pelt has to analyze. I'll go on YouTube and watch the guy who follows the Warriors. That I love his takes because he's there. He's a true fan.
I think that's becoming.
I'll watch him.
Well, it's just like everyone's so. I think like in general, like we're just all used to, like what media is and how to navigate it. So like the people that actually are taking the time and not just a character on a channel, or taking the time to actually talk about what's really going on instead of chasing views like what you're talking about with addressing the NHL game, or they can fight because they're what. But like to me, it's like okay, if I can have access to this, and there's algorithms where honestly this might even come my way just because of the way of what I'm chasing.
Yeah,
that's another thing. You could just be following a couple accounts and then because you like Golden State and you like Steph, and the next thing you know, this guy's thrown into your algorithm and he's talking real ball.
Yeah, and really it
it's
works
like, okay,
out.
why the hell am I even going to turn ESPN on anymore?
You're not. Yeah.
So there's I know I had a teammate at Cleveland. His name's Landon. He does that with the Cowboys and UT football.
Yeah, he follows one or two guys
And
that he likes.
No, he follows those two teams, and he follows everything down to detail, matchups, player matchups, personnel.
Yeah.
Talks about the GM work, talks about contracts, all of it.
Dude, I mean,
And you're not gonna. What are you gonna get on ESPN? Every time I'm at the gym and I glimpse up at the TV, it's. Is it now or never for the Cowboys? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, more Jerry Jones
No.
talk.
Is this Dak's year to solidify that he's, whatever. It's dumb. It's like, no, you're not talking about anything that's relevant to now. You're just talking about bullshit.
yeah, it's so produced. And
When that stuff's happening, like, it makes sense. You got to start talking bullshit about, oh, they're fighting because it's white. It's like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's where it's like, how
talk
does
about the game.
how does someone build credibility in sports entertainment and sports media? Because a lot of these people like don't play the sport, like didn't play the sport at a high level. So it's like, how do you go from like Scott Van Pelt not being a credible source to listen to basketball analysis
That's not what I
versus
said.
Brian Windhort?
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
that dude's fat as shit. Like, yeah, that was kind of rough. But he's like, it's like how.
who's
What
it
are
gonna
you
be?
saying that's different other than you just having a few more different connections that give you insider access? Like, why is he the dude?
Well, I think
It's
his
like grandfathered in a
position.
little bit.
Yeah, he's had
for sure.
experience covering the NBA and all that, but
There before media was accessible for everyone.
but at the end of the day, you're gonna watch the people that you want to watch. Now, it's not even about like the ESPN bright lights doesn't matter anymore. It's about who you want to watch and who's giving you the insight that you like. And really,
Yeah, I totally agree.
it's fine. Like, who cares about ESPN anymore? I liked watching hockey.
Fuck them.
I'm back. I'm Dallas Stars fan now.
Yeah.
Since we traded Luka, fuck, dude, I'm Dallas Stars all the way.
Listen,
now.
hockey's fun to watch. I like high competition. I think every athlete can enjoy just
Like high as in
high
smoking.
performance sports. Like, I guess is what I'm trying
Elite
to say.
competition.
Elite play of any sport is enjoyable, I think.
What's your favorite to watch? Top tier playoffs, championship. What's your ultimate?
Sports
Yeah,
favorite to watch is probably football.
playoffs.
Probably football on average. Like if I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn a sport on while it's in season and actually watch it, football.
College or NFL?
NFL. NFL.
Yeah, I gotta go NFL.
You're watching because I can't be sitting here saying I like watching the highest performance and then sit here and watch college when NFL's on.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
watching
NFL is definitely harder.
watching Alabama destroy Mercer.
Right, sure. And it's that's not what
What's your favorite, Ben,
Mm,
to watch?
man, I don't know. I'd say probably baseball. I mean, I love watching NFL, man. Like Sundays was like the perfect thing to look forward to.
I do look forward
And
to
it's like,
Sundays.
man, like Saturday's coming around. You've watched a full slate of good college games. Sunday morning, you wake up. You're setting that fantasy lineup. Kickoffs at noon. It's like, damn, like
Yes.
it's always just feels like such a great day.
Yeah.
And then as soon as those 3:00 games hit, it's like, fuck, the day's over.
Yeah. Time
Because
to order
those
Wingstop.
games suck. Yeah. It's like, now I got to look in the mirror and prepare for life.
Damn.
But I also like watching golf now. I think Bryson DeChambeau and like the content creators on YouTube with YouTube Golf has really like transformed the game a little bit. And it's
noticed
really
that.
entertaining. Not to watch a PGA necessarily, not to watch Live, but just like watching people play golf at a high level on YouTube is really entertaining. So I've been watching all the Bryson stuff.
Yeah, you've been telling me about that, and it's free. You just go on YouTube.
It is free.
Mine's UFC, man. I love it.
Damn, you're not wrong though.
I freaking.
I don't watch a lot
bro.
of it, but like when it's
There's
I can't say
something
I would
about
like try to watch every pay-per-view, but when there's good cards, yeah, it's like I got to find a way to watch this.
next Saturday.
Is there?
Not this Saturday, but the 8th. Yeah, good card. But I had a epiphany about this all. So the hockey game, which I had no idea what was going on until you pulled it up, and Canada was booing the USA national anthem.
Right.
Yeah, it was last weekend.
And that makes the Americans' blood boil. And so you just want to be invested now. And then I'm watching the game last night. I'm like, I don't even watch hockey like that.
I know,
but
we fucking lost, too.
You're
Yeah,
looking
we
for the fight
lost.
though.
Well,
you're
at
looking for the
first
fight.
I was like, I would love a fight to happen, but I'm like, I want them to win so bad now. because they booed the national anthem.
sure.
Well, that's how you get that emotional tie, and then you're bought in.
Exactly. And so what they did was it's all nations. And so what I think they're seeing, because this was the first year they did that in a couple.
First time ever.
Okay, so they're seeing the UFC. And the UFC, you go out and you have the American flag, you have Russian
very-
flag, Brazilian flag, and it's
Right.
you have a whole country, and that creates another layer of tribalism.
Mm.
And now, the NBA All-Star tried to do it. They did the American OGs versus the World Stars.
That was this year.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, they tried and they
The-
failed.
But what was
The
it?
point is, so they had 4 teams, right? They had the OGs, which was LeBron, Steph, KD,
Damian
older,
all the
like
Americans.
an older generation or
Yeah.
Americans? Okay.
And they were they were all Americans. And they had the global stars, which was like Jokic,
Okay. Right.
Wemby, all the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so my point is that they're seeing that UFC is having so much success, and that they're actually pushing the fact that we got 4 Russian champions. It's like
Like
Dagestan versus the
pro-country.
world.
Advertising almost.
Yeah, and so I think I like the UFC because you get behind, you see 2 guys, you have no idea anything about them. One's American, one's Brazilian.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking go, USA.
Could see it. I just don't see it working
In the NBA.
for the NBA.
Yeah, the
I
NBA
think
is
it's
weird.
very much about the way the game's being played. Has to be, right?
Too much threes,
I mean, if you just-
too little defense.
Well, did you hear? You know what? I can't remember his first name. Subban is his last name.
Oh, the hockey guy.
African-American, yeah, black guy. He played for the Predators in Nashville, and he was speaking about. He went on like this 2-minute rant comparing the NBA to the NHL, and he talked about passion at the end of the day. He's like, kind of exactly what you're talking about. These people, they bought into the process. They want to win at the highest level, and they're doing it for their teammate next to them. And he's
Good
like,
point.
you can't go out there and fake playing hockey at the highest level. Like, you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to
Right.
lay down in front of the puck. You're going to have to go
You're gonna get.
push someone up against
Yeah, there's
the...
gonna be damage.
Yeah, there's damage.
go.
Like, there's a guarantee of damage, and you're accepting that because you want to fucking win for your teammates and your brothers.
Yeah.
NBA, like,
It's
you
very
don't have that. It's
individual.
very individualized. People have their own contracts. They have their own branding deals. They're making a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And it's like ISO ball. You know, it's like, let me get my moment
Right. That's how the
versus
game's
like...
played, like shooting the ball.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to say like the NBA's always been like that, because I think things have changed. You know, every sport has evolved
Definitely.
to some sense, but
Most
the
definitely
NBA
has.
is not.
It's definitely changed.
It's not growing the way that I think a lot of the other sports are. People are blaming LeBron for that, and I think it's honestly more Adam
hell,
Silver.
Cam Newton says.
Gosh, Cam Newton. That's
Cam
who we're
Newton
taking advice from
says-
now.
I know, but I just
Which hat
it
was he
just
wearing?
like you talking about that reminded me of
What was his take?
the statement of WNBA is going to be bigger than MLB, and like that just can't be
What?
something that
He's
he
a
really
clown.
believes. So, but it reminded me of that. It did.
That's
I think I do remember hearing that clip.
It's just not.
This is not
It's
true
not truth, but
because it's just not competitive enough.
yeah. The WNBA
Yeah,
is
anymore.
like so many tiers below all the professional sports we were talking
Who do you
about.
think you have? Would you
No.
rather?
we're going down the wrong road.
Cut
No.
this one off.
You think you got a better chance of scoring on Angel Reese or returning
No, returning
a
what?
fastball from Monet Davis?
Oh,
At the Little League
Hitting
World
Monet
Series.
Davis callback.
Yeah.
Ben's favorite.
Or
Female
like
athlete.
playing baseball, hitting a ball?
or like returning a serve against like Serena Williams.
No,
That's I can't.
no. I'm gonna put a ball in a hoop before I hit a small ball going 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, any day of the week.
On Angel Reese too.
Even
She'll be stuck in the
Yeah,
could
mud.
play
you get
a-
that ball and you're like mouse in the house.
Oh my!
see,
Give a little spin.
I saw Angel Reese has a meal at McDonald's. The Angel Reese
yeah, that's
special.
not good, dude. They gotta stop doing that.
You,
They gotta stop
bought,
doing
you
all
went
that
and bought
type of
one?
stuff. I'm saying the idea. That's not
let's
good.
Check that receipt.
No, I don't go to McDonald's and
We don't eat that
I'm
pork.
not
Three
gonna eat that.
McAngel
I'm not gonna eat
Reese's.
Angel Reese's meal, but they can't be doing that.
Can you imagine ordering? Can I have the Angel Reese
That's
special?
We don't.
Like such a bitch.
Yeah, they announced
What
it
are we
over the
pushing at
intercom.
the end of the day?
We
No,
got
it's just a contract.
4
It's just the deal. Like
Yeah.
she's getting,
It's like
her agent's doing her job.
yeah, it's like
If you're
LeBron
gonna-
does
if
Sprite.
Your agent said, "Hey, McDonald's
Yeah, it
wants
doesn't
to
matter.
do a meal," and after you just shot around, fuck that. Yeah, I'm gonna go do my McDonald's deal.
Yeah, you've got
Honestly,
a marketable athlete.
Care how it looks,
Mhm.
I guess. I mean, majority of the people.
There's
'Cause-
a point where like any one of us would do that.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
You s-
I think we talked about this last time about why none of these athletes are like
Oh, that's right.
aren't pushing out Element or, you know,
Pushing
a
out what?
Element. Like what I'm
Is that a
saying is,
It's electrolytes.
the
salt.
Okay,
salt,
okay,
bro.
okay.
But
I think there are, but like
there's
you
not.
It
There's
takes like,
definitely not. Every
like-
commercial is Taco
Cooper
Bell,
Cup's not.
Subway. What I'm saying
He's
is,
such a like
No.
support electrolytes type of person.
He is, but it's not getting any airtime.
yeah, that's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
the regular person's fat and lazy.
Well, and also McDonald's has a lot more money to spend on advertising than fucking
Yeah, I mean,
your
you're dealing
local
with
farmer.
McDonald's. We're talking about
yeah.
But
Walmart.
what I'm saying is the bullshit of Angel Reese is not eating.
No, I
I mean
don't
she may
think-
be eating before she goes
Dude,
out
I
there.
don't think
Who
any
knows?
pro athlete should be on
Farting
fast
on the
food
court.
at all. Get
This is
some
crop dusting.
a famous movie character, sure, and that makes sense. But a professional athlete, no, he doesn't. You don't
Yeah.
need a Happy Meal.
Well, you got Devontae
Or
Adams
whatever.
Of course
there
not.
with a
Probably
Taco
doesn't
Bell
need it.
drive
And yeah,
through in
he's
his
got-
house.
Yeah, it's in every music break or commercial break.
So that's what my point is.
But it's whatever.
These
They're making
athletes
money.
are telling people that they're eating this food, and they're not.
Well,
They're
it's the
not.
same with
Yeah,
celebrities pushing different agendas, right? Like not me, but like there's a certain population that will follow what people say. They're followers. They're sheep, and they're gonna listen to Devontae Adams having a Taco Bell in his house and think, oh well, he eats it. It's okay. It's good. That's how I become.
He's a professional
Yeah.
athlete, so I can
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Travis Kelce wants me to get
But-
the vaccine.
Yeah, I'll go play for the Kansas City Chiefs too.
Yeah.
I was surprised that both
I
the
don't feel
brothers
so
did
good.
the. I was surprised by the Pfizer stuff that they were both on Pfizer.
You thought, yeah, well,
Both Kelce brothers.
Oh,
I'm pretty
both?
sure.
Both?
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but look it up. But that is wild. I'm surprised that they did that.
well, this brings up
Or
the whole
Travis.
Illuminati talk. Because like, if you're gonna get
What?
$20 million,
The Chiefs tight end.
Yeah, you missed the
Look
Taylor
into
Swift
it.
conspiracy we talked about earlier.
look
Is
at
it on X?
bro.
Because I need to get on X.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's
Look
all
up
over
State
X.
Farm Taylor Swift conspiracy.
No, come on, tell me. Y'all found it. So tell me what you've seen. At least what you've got.
With Kelce,
or whatever y'all talking about. Yeah. With
Well,
the
let's
Taylor
talk
Swift
about-
thing.
Kelsey and Swift. We talked about this a little bit, but it's like,
Oh, okay.
okay, so how much money did Taylor Swift bring to the NFL?
$1 billion.
$1 billion. And so you
Yeah,
sit
last
back and
year.
wonder,
Last year
a
alone.
bunch of money.
Last
For
year
sure,
alone.
a bunch of money.
Billion.
Worth percentage? What? Yeah. Whatever the
and
number is.
brought a whole different viewership. A lot of females wanted to watch because they were invested, right? But
Yeah, but is that true?
Yes.
Like, do
we know
1000%.
Well,
yes.
what are
That's
they
what the
watching?
data s-
there's
They're
what the
watching
data
games.
says.
Because Taylor Swift,
guess.
the most famous person in the world, is now dating the starting
Yeah,
tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
It's like the
Jersey
Romo.
He's a
sales.
good-looking dude, and he's on the State Farm commercials, and he's on the Pfizer commercials.
Yeah.
Right.
So they prop up these people that are very influential in culture, especially for the younger demographic. And if you got Travis Kelce telling you to get the vaccine, must be all right.
There's a world where they meet organically, Taylor and Travis, and they start dating, and it just so happens that the NFL profits billions. There's also a world where
Oh, so you're thinking they're not even really dating? Is that what you're saying?
it's not what I'm saying, but
Or-
there's a theory that it is like a manufactured relationship for profit. And Travis Kelce, all right, you're gonna get Pfizer contract here, $20 million. Date this girl. We're gonna bring the NFL. It's like
and then
this is where it kind of gets weird because
We're giving them that much credit. We're giving like who's receiving money here? Who's the orchestrator?
well, Pfizer paid Travis Kelce $20 million for his commercial.
Okay.
So that's a check right there.
But we got to bring them all together. I thought you were talking about NFL getting more views. So NFL's making more money because they
Yes.
could have fabricated.
Well,
yeah.
NFL
Taylor
is
Swift
making more
and
money.
Travis Kelce, so they are the orchestrator. You're telling me they reached out, possibly?
Not necessarily.
Or
We
those are
don't-
the
the
options.
problem is we don't know. This is just all talking
but the
shit.
idea, yeah.
idea
Theoretically,
is-
they met organically. Sure,
Yeah,
both celebrities, it could happen.
and then they end up.
And
just-
then the other one's like, hey, we think.
yeah.
We think this could be good for the both of you guys.
No, dude, I'm not gonna give them that credit
Now
because they're making so much money. Who are they to be like to tell Taylor Swift this is what you're gonna do? Taylor Swift makes $1 jillion. She could be like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
I'll just do.
Well, Taylor Swift also is very political.
She is
I
very
mean, I don't
political.
know.
She will post.
She decided to throw her hat in the ring.
She
and
did.
publicly support
What did she do?
Joe Biden and defame Donald Trump. She made those things
I could
public.
see some influence there. If
Because
that's
you
the
think
case, yeah.
you don't think someone on the Democratic Party or some
Oh,
deep
they're
government
for
person
sure. That money's
said, "Hey,
unlimited.
if we can get the most popular female in the world to say fuck Donald Trump, vote for the other guy,"
Mm-hmm.
to all these girls and people across the world, that has a ton of influence. A ton.
And there's no amount of money that they wouldn't spend
Yeah.
because
So
it's
it's
our
like-
democracy.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump's Hitler.
So that's kind of what it comes down to.
Okay.
We've entered the
Power
third
and-
rail.
power and
NFL's
influence. Power and
is
influence.
NFL compromised by the left,
Well, dude,
or what do
you think about the
to come in
NFL?
agreement with that?
Is the NFL scripted in any way?
Well,
There's
what's
so much
interesting
talk
is they
about that.
changed their business description from company or
So-
sport
yeah,
to
that's-
entertainment.
That's catching a lot of people's eye.
Yeah.
But I will say,
What?
I think it's important. Yeah, that's
Dude, all
That's
the
kinda
all
been
the
like an on-
DraftKings commercials.
the last like 2 years. That's been like a.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
the
what's the
rise
deal
of
with NFL?
sports betting.
That's what
That's
I was
some
gonna say.
crazy
I
shit.
think
Yeah, what do you think?
it's really, really important because it's always money. It's always going to be money, regardless. When it comes to any deal, negotiation,
Yep.
conversation of what we're gonna do, they're gonna base it off money. No way I'm having a brain fart right now. What the fuck are we talking about?
Like the orchestration of the NFL, it's now not a sports company.
God, what was I
It's
on
an
right now?
entertainment company. And so basically, what
The
does that
betting.
mean?
The
sports betting.
script NFL being scripted.
Yes.
I don't know what I think. I think there's a possibility, yes, that they're getting in with the refs and saying this, and that about how this game needs to go, considering the money lines, the this, and that number,
Mm-hmm.
the over under is this. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of.
Yeah.
And okay. Also, considering Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Tom Brady are saying shit at the biggest levels, they're making remarks in playoff games, saying I don't know about this call, that call.
Yeah, we're shocked
There
that
was-
call went that
I
way,
was like,
Gene.
I don't know what they were saying. Like they're making that statement. Like they're making those statements.
Yeah.
And if those guys are saying it, and we're also, and everyone on media is saying something about it, yeah, dude. I mean, there's got to be something. Like they didn't. I couldn't even tell you. But if you looked up the numbers of like the money betted on the Super Bowl, like you're gonna look at that and go, okay. Yeah, I would have. Like, it's hard to
Probably
sit here and say no.
$1
That game was
total.
organic. I will say this: I'm not talking about the Super Bowl game in particular, but NFL, like you said,
Yeah.
is it scripted? I think yes. There's some influence from the refs. I think they get caught here and there. I think there's less of some on some games and some on others, but
It's so crazy because it's a sport where like the players still got to go out and play, and you
but
can't
there's
like
a lot of money involved now. You're talking about
yeah.
however much. I don't know. I would say billion, but I really don't know. It can't be a billion. That's
Dude, there's so much.
insane. It's got to be
sports betting.
just a substantial amount of money being gambled,
Yeah.
and
It's
there's no
crazy.
way.
I can't.
There's no
gamble
way they're
anymore.
trying to get that. Everyone's trying to make their money.
Yeah. And, if you could set up something where, like, hey, you're on the team, you're on the Chiefs, and Kelce's got a bum knee this game. You're like, hey, he's
recovering-
not catching
He's
100
recovering
yards.
from his fifth booster. He can't raise his left arm.
He's not getting 100 yards. And you send out the mass text.
Yeah,
or
but
you
you
tell
don't
your
think-
buddy in person,
Dude,
and then
they
he
got-
sends it out and invests it for
But
you.
they've already those
They
dudes
got
get
reporters,
investigated.
dude. They got reporters making sure of that shit. You don't think they know about their injury status?
Okay, well, there could
People
be
that
something.
work for these, prize picks and shit.
Well, that
They're
happened with
pretty-
an NBA guy recently where he knew he was not going to play
Yeah.
and then told his buddy to take his under
Mhm.
and had
I
made
could
like
see
a
that.
few good bets. But it wasn't even his account; it was his friend. And dude's now facing like a felony charge.
There was
So it's
a
like, it's
MLB
ridiculous.
umpire.
Okay.
Did you
Yeah.
see the
Or even
MLB?
Shohei Ohtani.
That's the repercussions. They're serious about their money.
Yeah, because they want it.
That's what I'm saying. So there's gotta be, when it comes to these referees, about hey, this needs to end this way. Like a lot of money's on this, so
Yeah.
that was a hold. Sorry. I do think there's a little bit of that, and I think there's times where they hold off because you gotta play damage control. You can't go out there one Sunday and completely fabricate a game, which there's definitely been examples of it in the past 2 seasons or however many seasons you want to look back, even this past season. And then there's games where it's like, okay, that was actually a good game, but you can't
Yeah.
go back back-to-back weekends or 2 days in a row where both games are just where there's 2 big games that are rigged. It's like okay.
So do you think there's a theory? Do you believe this that Mark Andrews dropped that pass on purpose?
No.
No, dude. No, I don't think. I don't think there's a
part of the
big
script.
Athletes to do
I don't
that.
think any athletes, for the most part, at all, really. I don't even most parts.
Yeah,
Maybe
not enough.
basketball.
I think
crazy.
Maybe
it's pretty close to football. I would say everyone's because, dude, like you're gonna get cut. There's no fucking around. You don't get to like the higher you play, like these there's no room for error. That is that's
pretty crazy.
So I don't think Mark Andrews is going They told we can't make it to the Super Bowl this year. It's gonna have to be
count on him to catch that.
It's gonna have to be these 2 teams. No, I think he's doing his best.
Have you?
Dude, he made a whole post about it, and that's got to stop too. That's
Well,
got to
because
stop.
people were just
he doesn't owe anybody anything.
No, he doesn't. He's playing.
You know
a
what
game.
I'm saying?
He's
That's how
playing
I
a
see
game.
it. I know it's like that's good for him. That's good on his character. Like for him to still come out and say like, yeah, like I'm sorry, I feel bad and all this, whatever he said. But that shouldn't be expected. And if he didn't say anything, nothing should be said about him. It's like, yeah, he's playing the game, dude. It's hard. It's a hard game to play. It's football.
People will send him death threats and all that shit.
They're out of their mind. They need to go get less bored.
So let's switch the topic.
All right.
We were talking about doing a cleanse or a fast.
Some type of detox.
You interested?
You're
in that?
familiar with that, though. Haven't you done fasting in the past, though?
I've probably done maybe like 12 hours at most.
Oh, really?
I thought you were
I've
getting.
done a few 24s before.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely
okay.
felt really good.
I don't know. How do you even on ramp that? Is that just
Well, so like, if for example tomorrow I wanted to fast, I'd eat my last meal here at probably like 8:00, and then I wouldn't eat my next meal until 8:00 tomorrow night. And so just go throughout the day with water, some sodium.
okay?
Just keep it light. You obviously don't want anything that has any calories in it. So
How's your energy? Are you working out?
it was tough starting off, but then as the day went on, I started to feel really good.
Gotta
Towards
try
the
that.
end, I felt really energized. I felt honestly like I was on some type of stimulant. I just felt like I had a ton of energy and I needed to go work out. But you don't want to train hard with that, obviously, because you don't have anything in your body to really work off of.
Yeah.
But in terms of like cellular autophagy, just like getting rid of waste throughout the body, it's certainly beneficial and really good for your gut too.
Did you see
I gotta
Dana
try.
White's fast? Dana White did a fast
with Gary Brecka?
for 3 days and lost like 10 pounds, looked jacked. He said he felt amazing. 3 days
Dude's
is
health
like...
is
That's
probably
just crazy
insane.
to
Like
think
he's
about.
probably think about like the daily.
He's juiced for sure.
He's juiced. He's taking vitamins. He's on.
He used to be fat as hell, though.
He's got IV whenever he needs
Oh, he
it.
kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Oh.
all the necessary stuff.
Right.
But
Private chef,
Or at least he
probably.
has access to it. I would assume.
so, like, ideally, should we do a 3-day?
Absolutely not.
And then start off with 1 day.
You said you did 12 hours and you want to do a 3-day?
So
Let's start off with 1
they say
day.
3 is like what you get the benefits out of.
Do 1 week,
Right.
and then
But I just
kind
don't
of
think you're
test your
gonna-
limits.
I don't know. I really don't know. I've never done a fast, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But it just sounds like anything that sounds like you've gone from nothing to trying to strive for a lot usually doesn't pan out. Usually does not. Usually you have to progress on
We'll
something.
do a 24-day,
to then also want to do it again.
then we'll do a 48.
I need to do a 12 and then
Well, 12.
But 12
just
is
really
almost like
it's
just
like you're just intermittent
suffering.
fasting. Yeah,
it's like, hey, you're just not going to eat.
yeah. You need it to be long enough
Okay.
to actually get some of the.
So it needs to be a day.
You need to
systems
fall
to start
asleep.
working.
Fall asleep hungry.
That's hard
I
to
need
do
to
too.
start doing that.
That's hard to do.
I need to start doing that. That's that's what I've been thinking about is how I'm eating too much at night. I think I'm not sleeping as good.
Definitely
I mean,
not.
I think that like objectively I'm not. If I had my Whoop on, I'd probably say
Yeah, for
Why
sure.
aren't you
When
wearing the Whoop?
I have no good reason.
You're
I was gonna lie to you right
ashamed
now,
to
but
see
no,
the
I
data.
don't. I just didn't want to wear the. I like wearing this little watch, and I don't. You know what? I don't care enough about my training to then throw a Whoop on because I know I'm gonna be real with myself. I'm not gonna get on my app and be like, okay, tomorrow we got.
It's like, hey, we need you to strain a little bit harder.
yeah,
tomorrow.
no, that's not. Like, I'm gonna still do my own thing. It's just like I'm checking the app. Just
yeah,
just to
well,
know,
it's
but
giving suggestions. It's obviously still
There's
good to have.
no good reason why I don't have it on. There's no good
Well,
reason.
well.
It's up in May.
Your
I'm
subscription.
gonna wear it tomorrow at paintball.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting to see the data from that.
dude.
I'm
Where
really excited about that.
it's
I
gonna
didn't
be
even
fun.
bridge
It'll
into
be
that,
fun.
but
No, it's gonna be a lot
I
of fun.
could be wearing my Whoop. Yeah. But the fasting, I want to try to do a 24
Yeah, here it's good to clear out your system, like
along
all
with
the
that recovery. though, like
parasites
said.
out and shit.
Yeah, lose a lot of the inflammation.
Yeah.
We should just do like a month trial of Ozempic.
Yeah, we should.
We're gonna do drugs.
Yeah,
As healthy as we are, we need to get on Ozempic. That can't be a good idea.
I got a
It
scale
could
in
actually
there.
work.
We could do a little test run.
Well, run me, maybe I
case
don't know
study.
what I'm talking about. Ozempic, is it actually beneficial
it can be. Yeah,
for whom?
a variety of different people.
Right? Okay, you sound like
You sound like the big
some
pharma.
freaking Pfizer.
It's like you're like
Yeah.
morbidly obese, 700 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
need to lose
there's
some.
bodybuilders taking it too.
What?
Yeah, it just helps
Out
with
of
fat
what-
loss and appetite
okay.
control, and
Well, I mean,
but
I
it's
just don't
all
think we
very
need to get on
short
it.
term.
Well, my thing is like, how are we gonna continue to trust the pharma companies that like have just straight up lied to us and have committed fraud? Like, I'm not gonna trust them again.
You really can't.
I'll have an antibiotic if
think-
I need it, but I'm not trusting.
well, I think it's just really, and I think it's getting really torn up with this, and I don't want to. We could talk about whatever, but politics is not the most fun, especially since it's on my social media 24/7. I think it's just
Yeah.
we got to stay on what's objective, what is the data. But then, right as I say that, I think back and it's like, well, they still did show us data. It's not like they weren't showing data about vaccines back then.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough, but it's like, yeah, how do you trust them? Because, I mean, I
Yeah.
have a 2-year-old, and it's the vaccines scare the hell out of me. Every time he goes for a checkup, I'm like, is he getting shots? And it's like, even if he is, it's like, well, what's my next step?
that is
Like,
pretty
what am I
scary.
going to tell him? No, don't get it, or do I need to look into this shot? I don't know enough.
So that's the problem.
But it's a
where
real-
You gotta trust someone else.
It's a real thing that's, I mean, that's the whole thing with RFK, between that and the ingredients and what's being put in our food. But, like, that was, like, a real thing that I was like, okay, this actually affects me. Like, I have a kid.
you
And I
want,
can't, and I know the potential fear or like how it would feel to then to know about this or to be aware of this information when it comes to these vaccines, and then if he were to get one and like my kid ends up being an example, that would suck.
dude.
And I mean
Yeah.
that's
Hopefully
the
that never happens.
shittiest way to put it. I mean, that's not the shittiest. What I'm saying, it's like not even a good. That's a weak way of putting it. It would suck horribly, dude.
Couldn't even
Like
imagine
having
that.
a child and then something like that happens. If it is autism, like if that's what's going on, yeah, dude. Like that would seriously be. I could see that living with you for a very long time.
You'd never
Your
trust
own
them
child,
again.
like you know all this information, or like you've seen this. And this is stuff you think about. Like I said, like when Danielle takes him to go for a checkup, I'm like, oh shit. Like okay, what is for what? And that back then, dude, if I had a kid,
Jeez.
4 years ago or whatever, I wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't even have thought of anything.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about my experience, but also what I'm saying is we need to follow like really what's objective. If he's actually presenting, and he is, I think RFK is presenting real information and real data about the relationship between the two when it comes to vaccines and disorders and autism that kids are getting. Like, yeah, we do need to be looking at that.
Yeah, like Ben
And
brought
that
up
does-
something earlier. It was like, what'd you say, Ben? It was like we spend the most money on
Pharmaceuticals.
Well,
something, but we're the unhealthiest country.
We spend the most on treating chronic illness out of any developed country or developed world, and we have the lowest health metrics across the board.
So then, like, if that's
Yeah.
true,
I mean,
you just have to use your reasoning mind
That's what
and
I'm
think,
saying.
like, what is the factors that are involved in that? Is it the food? Is it the health care?
you're consuming something to cause this, right? Like that's the science
Yeah.
behind it. Okay.
So,
Well,
And
what to develop?
To
autism?
develop any, it's.
well,
I
That's
don't
the
think
problem,
It's
we
food.
don't
the food
know.
is behavior things. I don't know enough to sit here and say this is how it is, but I do think there's real data saying autism can come from vaccines,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's what else I'm also trying to say is I think it's wild that people are kind of there is a crowd that there's pushback on what RFK is doing. That blows my mind. Like
yeah.
to sit there and say like Well, they just flipped. It's just flipped. It's like, oh, he's taking away everything. We're not gonna. Our kids are gonna have, you
This
see
is
stupid,
dangerous for America.
stupid people stuff
Yeah.
like
Endangering
people are gonna
the
get
health of
polio.
America.
No one's gonna. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, no. There's reasonable thinking. Like, quit chasing. It's like the focus right now to combat what's going on, who's been elected, and who's in power, is just more so on like these headlines, like these let me just get like the most emotional tapped headline out to the public, and it's like, no, address the problem.
Yeah.
Quit talking about who and what he might do and what this could possibly do, and like, it's just emotional appeal. It's all it is, and it's just constant, and
It's overwhelming.
well, people are. I mean, I think the result has been cause and effect wise. This is happening, and now people don't like it anymore. We're tired of it. We want actual. We want things to be solved.
It's like a pendulum swing.
It's like, you can't keep just saying things of like these potentials, these subjective
Like if Trump's
statements
elected,
about like
democracy's over.
It's like, no, okay, let's look what's actually happening, and then let's make our decisions.
That's very rational
But-
of you.
That's what I think. That's the issue. It's not who the right's doing this and the left's doing that. It's the point of focus seems to be off. It seems like everything's so worried about like what's. I could be wrong, but this is just how it feels. It just feels like the social media aspect is so heavily focused to where we've lost like real world results.
Yeah, social media is crazy, dude. It seems like it's just
Well,
brainwashing.
It's so big, and it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like, it's big, it's huge. It's also organically still brought out I think the best outcome from. God, we're talking about the election, but I think it did bring out the best outcome from the election because you got to consider media got bigger and more accessible. The opinion that people wanted became more clear.
Yeah, like
is
when
how it
Elon
felt.
bought Twitter, because they couldn't
people hate that
control
too.
Twitter anymore, and more opinions were out. You were able to actually question things, which you should be able to question anything.
And I've seen, because I tried to, like, whether I agree with the information or not, I tried to at least listen to it and just, okay, that way I can make my decision. Like I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
objectively, what do I take from this? How do I interpret what they're saying?
And you can easily see if someone's like just
That's
they're
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
oh,
From
they're
both
just-
sides, dude. You
yeah.
can see it from both sides.
Yeah. But I was doing an appraisal of this one building like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was an office building, multi-tenant deal, and I went up in the second floor, and it was this, small office space, and it was just all vaccines cause autism on the boards.
Oh, really?
And it was like the flyers are printed and everything. I was like, oh my God. Some fucking like this is a crazy
like,
person.
people are- Oh, but
We should go to a pro. We
That's
should go
how I
to a
saw it.
protest.
I was like, this guy's crazy.
We need to go to like a March for Life protest or.
Do a man on the street interview.
But I mean,
Yeah.
no, because
That's our next podcast.
See, that
We need
type
to
of
go.
stuff. No, that type
What
of
do you
stuff
think?
scares me.
Some Steven Crowder. Change my mind.
Oh God.
That type
Females
of stuff
don't
scares me,
belong.
dude.
Sports.
Because
You get.
dude, anything can happen to you. You could accidentally say something emotionally, and it can cause danger. And I have to start thinking about those things, and I do. Like,
Yeah.
ever since I've had a kid, it's like you really need to be careful with how you are around people. Like, honestly, like, be genuine, because for one, like, if you're feeling any way emotionally, you could cause something without you even kind of like realizing it, just because you got like this like conflict that you're holding on to for a little bit. Well, that could be you're looking at so and so the wrong way while you're out here doing this interview, whatever, and you
Yeah.
say something stupid, and the next thing you know, like, you're getting jumped or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Especially with
Because
political stuff.
at the end of the day, you know what you're doing. You're out there, like, yes, you are trying to reason. You're trying to have a conversation. You're trying to exchange information on opinions. But, like, dude, you can't give them the benefit of the doubt that they're gonna treat you the same. They could be immature.
Isn't
But
that
it's-
crazy though? Because it's like we should be able to just talk and have a
Oh, it's
conversation.
insane. But, like, that's not how they're.
I think those
But
But
guys
I don't
have
think
security.
I don't think
Like-
that's how goodness thrives. Like
What's
that's
that?
just like you're almost explaining a situation of being afraid of consequence of negative people. Of like, oh, we're not going to go have this conversation out in the park because some random person could get crazy and go off on us. But
Okay.
you have to like go face the music sometimes. And I think there are always going to be people that are upset, but sheltering
Oh, right.
yourself and keeping thoughts and conversation and dialogue within, I think, is a negative for all people. Like,
I guess what I'm saying is, particularly, I need to be careful with where I put myself and how I act around people.
yeah,
If they
you've
react,
got
because I do have a
kid to
son
raise.
that expects to have a dad at home.
for sure.
That's
Different,
all
yeah.
I'm saying.
And
I
yeah,
agree
everyone
with what you're
understands
saying.
that.
I 100% agree. You got it. Like, you can't sit at home and just have your opinion and just look at comments all day. I
yeah,
get
you
it.
have
I
to
totally
lead by
get it.
example, and
But
That makes sense.
yeah, don't be going wearing a MAGA
Same
hat in
thing.
the subway in New York City.
dude, same thing, same example. Like many examples. Like when we play
Clothesline.
basketball, when we go hoop,
Yeah.
I'm not looking to get at any aggression. Like if someone is mad at me, like it's okay, dude, you got it. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I can't. We're
no
good.
honking at people anymore.
Like if this guy is so worked up emotionally over a game of pickup, then he's gonna make a bad decision, and it's up to me to make a good decision to keep him from doing something stupid to me. Because I was trying to flock my feathers a little bit at him. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like that part,
But those people are out there, is what I'm saying. And if you're gonna talk about politics, that's just a bad equation.
dude, there's a crazy
Scary,
guy
at
I was
least.
playing basketball with who had anger issues. He's the exact
It's
guy
out
you're
there,
talking
dude.
about.
It's out
And
there.
he was screaming his head off. And then the guy, the worker comes down. He's like, "Sir, you have to leave." And he's like causing a huge scene, screaming. He's like, "I ain't fucking leaving."
Oh, it's at every gym. There's a guy at every gym
Yeah, it's
that gets in there and wants to play,
sometimes.
for a ring. And
Yeah.
that situation is everywhere. There's a
So
guy
you
out there
gotta go
wanting to play
Steph
for a ring
Curry.
to make you wrong at a protest. If you were to question them, there's a guy willing to.
Cody, you're sounding
Make
very
sure you're wrong.
pessimistic nowadays. This
What
kind
do you
of,
mean?
it just sounds like it's not that happy. I miss happy Cody.
What do you mean? How am I not happy?
I think
This
it's
is-
more so the realisticness about just being a father and having a kid that
No,
it's
yeah,
like,
I
it's
see that
probably
perspective.
not in my
I see that
best
perspective.
interest to engage in these things because it
Sure.
doesn't
I would
bring any value
love
to my family.
for people to fucking be on the same page. If that's
Do
what
you
we're
feel
doing.
like if you're in that mindset of like fearing something or thinking like the worst case scenario, do you think that you're focused on that so much that it's more likely to happen than a good scenario?
I think
That's a
okay,
good
I see
question.
where you're coming.
Law
I
of
don't
attraction.
Yeah.
say what you said again, so make sure I'm.
Like if you're
If you're
say-
constantly focusing on the negative's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
or if you're
but
like super afraid of like going
I'm
out to the
not-
grocery store and like you're,
Oh,
you're
no, no,
sitting
no,
in your
no.
car like freaking out the whole time.
I think it's.
like what if
Someone
you're-
just
But see, that's the
sneezed.
thing. That's not the case.
Yeah.
It's like understanding a situation and being what I view as responsible to not put either myself or my family in danger.
It's not like you're a crazy hothead who's gonna yell at someone though.
I'm not,
Yeah.
but somebody else may.
That's always the worst case scenario. Someone could run in here and shoot everyone up, but like you can't
Okay,
focus
the
on
percentage of that happening and the percentage you getting into a fight questioning somebody at a protest are those the same?
that. What do you mean?
If somebody, what is the percentage someone comes in here and airs us out? Go-
0.
Really,
Zero.
in this neighborhood.
0.
Pretty,
Okay.
pretty
What a
slim.
percentage you getting into it with somebody you're questioning at a protest? Not 0. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's the same
I'm
way
not
you go
sitting
to the
in my
gas
house-
station at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You're likely to find some trouble.
I'm not taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I'm coming
Yeah.
home late from somewhere, I'm not with my son in the car. In my car, no, I'm not gonna stop at a gas station for whatever the fuck because
So
I
let me
wanted
ask
it.
you a question then. You're driving home, you got your son in the car. All of a sudden, up ahead on the highway, you see a blockade of people
This is good
blocking the highway.
because I mean you got to do something.
And then you're the first car there. And the people are literally sitting in a human chain blocking the highway, screaming whatever they're screaming for whatever organization, group, whatever they're doing. And
Oh,
you're
jeez.
like, you can't move. People are
Mhm.
surrounding your car, screaming at you.
I think you
What do
gotta
you
fake
do?
it.
You white
Fake what?
cis male.
You gotta agree with them.
What? Wait, so
You
hold
want-
on. Go
okay.
back.
Yeah,
Go back.
go
Go
ahead.
back. Let me explain a little bit better because I want to make sure.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm kind of asking here?
If
So
I'm
you pull up.
yeah,
Your
we're
car's
all in the
there.
car.
You're on the highway.
Yeah.
You're trying to get your son and yourself home safely,
Home.
and people are crowding your car.
Yes.
You just said, "Oh yes, I agree with your thing. Can I please go through, Mister?"
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
What do you want me to do? What are you
Well, it's
gonna
not
do?
what they want you to do. It's what are you gonna do?
Is get my family home safe. I don't give a fuck what they think I think.
But do you think that that's gonna they're not going to let you go through. They stop the fucking
It's more
traffic.
like, okay, well, they're
So
more
what are you
likely to
gonna
not
do?
jump on my car if I'm going, yeah, let's go Biden or whatever the hell. And the outcomes are going to be different if I'm going, let's go Biden, if that's who's...
And they're like, well, sir, I thank you for your service, but you're still going to have to wait here for 12 more hours. We need to get our protest in. And
I'm
then you're
gonna
like,
make
my
sure
son hasn't
I'm-
eaten.
I'm going to... Yeah.
And then
my
so you
son-
fucking plow through it, dude.
No, I'm
That's what you
no,
do.
No,
This is
no,
insane.
listen, you've got to...
We hit the third rail of the podcast.
No.
This is going
Situationally.
crazy.
I have nowhere to go, right? There's no exit.
The only way to go is on the highway, and the
Okay.
people are
and
standing
the people
in front of you.
are in the and they're up the road. They're
Yep,
So you got to murder
Yes.
someone.
and I can't go
to
anywhere.
save your family.
You are not going to sit there and go, fuck all of y'all, move. Unless, like,
Sport mode.
that's the last thing you're doing. You're at least because I
So,
hit a bunch
can
of
I ask
people
you-
and then
hold
go
on,
to
can
prison.
I ask you a question?
What do you want me to do? I go, you're right. Fuck Trump. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know whatever they're saying. Whatever they're saying.
Daddy,
Well, so
I'm
let me ask
scared.
you. Let me rephrase it.
All right.
You're trapped up there. They're not going to let you go through no
This
matter
is, you're
what.
moving the fucking
No,
rim.
dude, this happens. This happens all
does
the time.
happen.
So what I'm asking you is, you're a father with your kid in the car. He's about to shit his pants. You need to get through the crowd. Are you willing to like slowly push the car and force those people to move out of the way to get your son and yourself home safe? Or are you just going to wait and be like, well, these people are protesting. I can't really do anything about it.
I think it's a vertical integration. I think it goes, hey, I
what
agree.
does that mean?
Listen, I think this
Buzzword.
is how you go about it because they're all still possibilities. You pull up, first thing you're wanting to do is just trying to like get by. That's all I'm trying to do in the first place is just trying to get by this protest. So I'm gonna pull up and go. First, I'm gonna go. We have nowhere to go. I'm gonna go. Yeah, you're right. Fuck him. We're just trying to get by. Like, is it? Yeah, I agree with y'all. And if they're like, no, yeah, then things have to escalate. Like at the end of the day, yes. Okay, y'all are about to. If they're starting to beat on my car, yeah.
Yeah, let's say they're surrounding
gone.
your. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. I
Okay.
just wanted you to hear.
So what you're
you're
asking
like-
is you're asking what am I willing to do for my family, and that I'm willing to run over people that are putting my family in danger. Yes,
I
I
just
think anyone
presented-
is. I
yeah.
think any parent.
Yeah,
is.
And that's a
that's-
And you
scenario
will,
that's
you will
been.
too.
Yeah,
Everyone will.
I totally
Anyone
agree.
who's in danger is going to. I think you have to de-escalate because at the end of the day, you're still risking. If you hit somebody and they die, like I can still go to prison. But if I get by because I'm agreeing with their bullshit ass protest, okay, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Whatever they're talking about, yeah, you're right. You're right. What the hell? Let me just pull off then. You know what? We're gonna get out. Let me just pull to the side, I'll get out, and then boom, gone.
They're not letting you through.
No. See, and then if they don't, then yeah, you gotta say, no, and you're just kind of like,
And they're like, he's trying to kill you.
and then
He's
you gotta go.
Get someone who just lays down on your hood.
You gotta go because I mean, like that. Yeah, I'm scared they're gonna get in my car, and I have my son in here. Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm willing to do that. Yes, but every parent is.
So
But
say
I
it
think-
clearly for the people.
No,
You're
I said it. I said it.
You're
But I
willing to
think
plow
this is-
over.
It's important to, Brennan. You're not Ben. You're not gonna pull up to this and go, "Oh, is that right?" First thing, you're not gonna. Oh, there's a. And this be gone. No, you're gonna be like, okay, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
What is this shit?
Yeah.
You're like, nah, move, and they just take your car. You're gone. How many people you take on before you stepping out of your car, or you staying?
I'm
in?
not stepping
You
out
gotta
of my
stay
car.
in the
Okay.
car.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting out of my car.
What has to happen for you to get to that point of running?
Of
people
me
over?
getting out of my car.
No, what do they have to do to you for you to run through that protest?
Not move.
Just like one honk, and you're like, all right,
You're
that's
gonna
it.
get arrested.
Just
if that
honk,
happens.
move, and they're like,
I mean,
no.
I'm gonna give them a few seconds, but
Okay.
at that point,
So you're
they're
gonna
impeding
few.
my ability to move, and they're also on a highway, which is fucking illegal.
So you're gonna murder someone.
No, I'm not gonna murder someone. I'm gonna continue on my path and get myself home safe.
They're
'Cause
beating
my
the
life
windows.
is
They
being
beat the
threatened.
windows
My
in.
life is
They're-
being threatened.
The windshield's cracked now. They're-
Yeah,
That's a
if someone
hard
if
case
someone
to
hits my
argue.
window, you're for sure getting a few pops of that 9mm.
So you're now
Okay.
shooting the crowd.
As they're breaking into
You can't
my
just
vehicle.
go.
What am I supposed to do if there's a
Ben.
human
Ben's got some hate
chain?
in his heart. He can't wait. Paintball is gonna be scary. To watch.
Yeah. Keep that energy.
You need to let all that out in that paintball.
Yeah. I
You
need to
make a
go
bad
do some
decision
BJJ.
when you go ask people on Cooper, what do you
Yeah.
think about the border? And you're gonna do something stupid. They're gonna say something, and you're gonna, oh yeah,
Go out to Cooper where all the workers are at and ask about the border. That's not a good idea.
Where they get picked up for their shifts.
Yeah.
No, you need to go to the Home Depot outside the hot dog
Y'all
stand.
All right, let's talk about
y'all
the
are
Jews
walking a
now.
Thin line.
Cody wanted to talk about the Jews.
I'm probably nearing my time here.
Yeah. How long we been? Where are we?
2 hours.
2 hours. That was a good hour.
You might want to leave out the.
I feel like the
Cooper
temperature
part.
in the podcast is hot.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I think
Good.
y'all walked a fine line on the.
Didn't really get the point, but all right.
Free speech. Are you anti-free speech?
Listeners, the podcast is falling apart. I'm sorry.
Anti-free speech? Who's anti-free speech?
No one.
Not me.
All right, then.
I was just confirming.
I don't know why you think my views are going to be much different than yours.
Like, should Kanye be able to have a swastika on his T-shirts? That's what he was doing. Selling swastika
Yeah,
T-shirts.
that's an interesting one. I'd say yes, but
If you're going to fall, because it's going to come down to, like, actual. It depends on how you want to argue it. Do you want to argue it socially? Like, should a consumer be able to actually grab that? Or are you going to talk about actual amendments and what your rights are? Like,
I feel like it's the
free
same.
speech and free. Yes, well, I mean, socially, it's not accepted the same. Because
Socially, it's
technically,
not.
yes, he should be allowed to sell that, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yet it's still everyone's raising hell about it. So it's like then everyone's not in the same understanding. Everyone's
yeah,
not. I mean,
feel
I
like
get
it's
it,
just a stunt.
and it is. Side note, I do think he's doing a stunt. I think it was kind of like a point of like,
Yeah,
I can do this, but
he's not
y'all are still
controlled.
gonna raise hell.
That's what he's saying.
Um,
Let's talk about calves. Are calves genetic? Calf muscles?
oh,
Ben, give us
Probably.
some
it's
wisdom.
funny.
Yeah.
I was actually going through the calf muscles yesterday, some anatomy of it. I mean, you've got a few different calf muscles. One, if you're kind of talking more about like the posterior calf, you've got at the top, which is like your gastrocnemius. So that's why, like, if you ever see someone flex it, it's kind of got like almost like a W looking thing where it meets.
Yes.
You know, and so that's your gastrocnemius, and it falls all the way down and attaches at the Achilles tendon. Underneath that, kind of sitting on top of that is your soleus. So you train your soleus from a 90-degree bent angle with the knee,
I'm listening.
and then gastro is like from a standing position. Some people say they're genetic. They just kind of have like a bunch of different mix of muscle fibers.
Yeah.
So I think it's honestly just how they're trained. And everyone has different muscle insertions too. So people that have longer calf muscles, a longer Achilles tendon,
true.
shorter muscle groupings. So that's why you see so many different people with different calves. But
Interesting.
yeah, I need to train my
That reminds me
bit
of,
more.
I remember, I can't remember his name. There was a guy that at Metroflex that was telling us about the muscle fibers in the shoulder. And he was like, you gotta like beat them. Like, you really got to beat them because there's so many fibers. I don't remember. He was like, there's
Yeah.
something about like how there's so many muscle fibers. Like, you really have to beat them.
I've heard that
for
with
them to
shoulders.
grow.
You got to really do a
It,
lot
like
of reps.
more than whatever an average.
Yeah, it could be like
muscle
the
group.
density of the muscle belly.
Right. I
and,
think that's what he was kind of
yeah, I mean,
But
there's
that could
definitely
be-
certain
and that's totally
muscles
different?
like that.
not the same.
As
not
the
same.
calf?
Yeah. No.
No, it's
Okay.
different.
The calf is actually people say is the worst part to get tattooed on your body. They say it's the most
Is
sensitive.
yours?
Not
You're
on-
almost.
Not on the back. I got one next Friday on the back of the back of the knee, and that's gonna
hurt.
be a bitch.
The
Call-
back of the knee.
The knee ditch is what they call it. Yeah, it's gonna fucking hurt.
Couldn't you just
ditch.
skip out on that, or are you trying to get everything done? No.
Trying to get everything.
everything.
Yeah. But,
Damn, you didn't. How was the knee cap?
kneecap hurt. The sides hurt the most. The inner part right here hurt bad, bro.
Where?
Right here. This hurts so bad. This one
I mean, what type of pain are
thought
we
I was-
talking? I don't have a single tattoo.
right here,
I know that's the cliche
Ooh,
question.
yeah.
just straight up bone,
Bone?
right here. That hurts so bad.
And dude, think
This
because like if
part
you feel your bone, dude, it's
fucking
jagged.
kills
So imagine like them going in there.
Oh, dude, I felt it. Yeah, it sucks. But make it through. I'm actually going to some tattoo conventions coming up.
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna enter a
I'm sure it'd be
contest.
cool.
Really?
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
best.
But, like,
leg
really,
piece, best of day. I'm gonna get tatted there.
What?
Really?
What pain
Yeah.
are we talking?
Hmm?
What? How much pain are we really talking on some of those spots? Like,
It's.
I mean, I know everyone
Okay,
always
so-
asks it, but like seriously, what does that feel like?
Okay, let me explain it to you. So like right here on the top of the thigh, it's not bad. It's
Like
like
a typical
it's
tattoo
a dull
is
pain.
just like a.
It's a dull
annoying?
pain that you're gonna deal with for like
Alright.
8 hours. So
Okay.
it goes in for a little bit, like 3 seconds, then it takes it off. She's like drawing it, and so you kind of like prep yourself for every time you're gonna feel that pain. So I bring like this gum I can just chew the shit out of, or
Okay.
distract myself. Like on the back of my thigh, like a couple weeks ago, I was laying down like massage table. I just had my phone right here. I was reading, and so it distracts your mind from it. But everyone's
Okay.
different.
And
You
like the
know.
real painful spots, you're just
You just have to like clench and like breathe through it. But
that bad.
it's not that bad.
Okay.
But I want
What
to
we
play
can do-
basketball, dude. I want to play
Yeah.
basketball soon.
I actually shot around yesterday.
I'm gonna
Did
bring
terrible.
the tripod and record it
Should just bring
Really?
a
and
couple
upload
highlights.
it. Yeah.
Why not? No,
think
but I
it'd be
shot around
fun.
yesterday. It was terrible. I still need to learn some of the game. I'm not like. I just need to know how to rotate throughout the, the
Jump
offense.
shot.
Or
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah. Well,
Just a game like how I need to be able to recognize what we're doing and like how y'all are playing,
yeah.
and then where to fit myself in. Like I think I know what my capabilities are and like where to use it. Like I don't expect to score a lot, but like other than that, I need to find
Yeah.
how
it's-
else I could be better.
You're fine, dude. Like we'll figure it out, but it's all
I just wanna
about
compete.
spacing.
That's all. It's all it really is. Is just I just want to. It's fun. I love playing basketball.
When you watch highlights, try to watch like the other players that don't have the ball. Like
That's-
go watch Golden
yeah.
State and watch Draymond.
Dude, every time I watch basketball now, I'm literally watching people just move.
'Cause it's all
and
about
seeing
spacing.
seeing how they're moving throughout the offense.
It's
And,
kind of like timing and spacing.
right. That's
Because like
Every-
you could be the greatest athlete ever, but if you're predictable, it's pretty easy to guard.
the first thing I thought about was like pitchers that throw hard. If you're predictable, it doesn't matter. You
Really,
can throw 100 and it does not matter. At the
It's
highest level,
the
it
same
doesn't matter.
thing. Yeah.
There's a little bit of like a side note to it, but like there's definitely it depends on how your fastball plays. Because there's different ways the fastball is perceived or like how it's thrown. But still, like if that's your only good pitch, you throw 100 and that's all you can really do, you're gonna get lit
special. Yeah.
up. But that's the first thing you made me think of.
Ben, where are you going on your date?
You got a date tonight?
Yeah, I got a date tonight. Hitting up the arcade.
Oh,
In
really?
Arlington over here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not
You're
gonna.
wear that?
I'm not gonna name drop. No.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
go
think
get
you were.
changed.
I didn't think you were. I was gonna wait.
I'm gonna go get changed.
That's a
get
fun
little
spot.
drink in. Yeah, should be
Is
good.
this like a catch up or this is new?
This is number 4. Date number 4.
Oh.
Been over like a month and a half span.
That's pretty good.
Keeping it chill.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
Keeping
a fun
it nice
date.
and slow.
They
slow
got
and
that
steady
burger
wins a race.
restaurant over there.
Oh,
Have
you're
you
talking
been to
about the
that
one Twisted Root?
Yeah, place
Yeah.
good.
I don't know if this is the one in North Arlington,
Oh,
but should be a good time. I think it's kind of new to the Arlington area, but they have like a franchise in some other places in Texas. So do that. Maybe get some grub.
okay.
Maybe get her to listen to the podcast.
Oh, jeez. What's
You
the
better skip the first?
Yeah.
what's
15.
the worst first date that you can do?
I think eating. Like honestly, I think eating on a first date is a no bueno.
Yeah.
Like as a primary thing of like meeting at a restaurant, like I just
Oh,
think
like-
that's a bad.
I mean, it's hard. It's like it's just. I mean, everyone's done it. It feels like it's redundant. It's a redundant feeling going into it. I feel like, and that's not the best way. Yeah, if you're gonna meet somebody, it's like okay, well, like, I've done this 1,000 times, and you're gonna be that same person 1,000 times. Or if you were like doing a new experience, yeah,
you have to do something new.
you kind of get to
New
I
and
feel like
exciting.
be.
Eating is one level below like watching a movie first date.
you're not
Because you
getting
can't
anything
really
done.
talk to someone, and especially eating, it's like the girl's gonna feel like some type of way
Oh,
about
I'll
eating
get
in
my
front of you.
salad. And you're like,
Yeah, it takes 2 bites of it, and you paid $20 for it.
yeah, and you're watching her chow down on some lobster bisque. And you're like, you know that breath's gonna stink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also don't eat because I don't want my stomach to hurt at any point.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, you're like dropping your crop dusting.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, you gotta
jeez.
stay away from crop dusting. Just gotta hold it.
Yeah.
And let it.
Sometimes
Feel
that
it.
hurts.
As soon as she gets in the door, you just let out a big one, and then you feel someone's watching. You turn back. She's like, "I left my phone in the car."
Just like, let me get it.
On the arcade, you just need to go bury it in like a Fast and Furious game.
Yeah.
You get the bubblies. You need to go play some game where you're sitting down. You can't really be around for it.
Yeah, let's play.
Just go to the bathroom.
Dance Revolution.
That's what I'm saying. You got to go find somewhere to sit.
You're just like, hey Ben, let's get on the motorcycle rider. As soon as you sit on the
She's on the back.
God.
It's just coming up her nose. She's riding on the back of the motorcycle.
She's like, is that
Is
ketchup?
God, that's I thought this place had good upkeep.
Ketchup and onions?
This carpet smells like shit.
Yeah. Is
I don't know why. I thought this place was
with
nice.
A diaper in here? But no, should be a good time. I don't know how do you typically like. I mean, dates can kind of end at any time, but it's like sometimes you don't really need to spend 6 hours with someone. It's like,
I mean, if you already feel that way, then don't.
well, what I'm saying is like it's okay to just go do something and then all right, drop them off, move on.
Oh yeah, I think you should do it anyway.
Like it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not in the business of like, hey, we're gonna sit in my car for an hour and chat.
No,
and
I mean,
like,
No, that's uncomfortable.
unless she's really actually like if you catch yourself doing it, then so be it. Don't cut it off.
yeah, but I'm like, I feel a lot more comfortable just being like, oh, we're gonna go do this one activity,
Yeah.
and
No,
then we're
yeah.
gonna say goodbye and we're gonna go our separate
That's
directions. Versus like
Play a
"Ooh,
little bit of
what's-
bowling, a little
how's
bit
the
of
night gonna
paintball."
end? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
we'll
good
see.
strat.
Yeah, I'll probably need to dip out.
All right. I mean,
All right, we can end it. Good podcast. What's next Saturday? Is that the first?
That is the first
All
March
right.
1st.
We got to pick a book. Starting booking with the boys. Podcast all about reading. We're going to cover a book every month, read a couple chapters, give you guys some knowledge.
some wisdom.
what book are you thinking?
I had a couple. 1984. There's this book. You got to go?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right.